Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Welcome. Yes, some of you might be wondering, is this Saturday actually? Because you're looking at this piece, right? I know it's all very confusing, isn't it? This is actually Sunday, in case you're not aware. You can have a check on your calendar there. It's actually Sunday, and yes, I'm stitching this piece on a Sunday evening in London here. So today, so yesterday I had a new start. If you haven't caught up to the latest development, go watch yesterday's stream. So I started a new piece. It wasn't fully planned. I just decided that was what I was going to do. And today, of course, I want to come back to this piece because I really missed it. And this is Traveling Library. Quite a lot of you are stitching this piece, so I'm sure you're very familiar with it. And this is Aimee Stewart. So yes, 2 days in a row, we're stitching Aimee Stewart. And this piece I started over probably 2 months ago. Time really flies. And this is where I am right now. And if you haven't seen the mock-up, let me show you the mock-up here. Okay, so this is called Traveling Library. It's max color stitching as well, and it's by Aimee Stewart. This is one of the three pieces of artwork by Aimee Stewart, revolving around the caravan theme. So this is kind of the interior view of the caravan, this magic caravan that carries a lot of books. It's a moving library, really, and it will pop up somewhere and basically anywhere that there are people who want to read, it will appear. And with this little fox who also loves the books as well. And it's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and a lot of beautiful items in this small space. And there are two other pieces, they're companion pieces, and maybe at some point I might start them next year sometime. I don't have a firm timetable, but at least I think at least one of them I will be doing sometime next year. So this piece, see how professional am I? I forgot to load up my app here, so let me do that quickly, okay? I was rushing slightly today, but here I am. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me just load it up. So this piece, I'm tracking the progress with Saga. So pretty much all my projects right now are loaded up here. Occasionally, I do miss Pattern Keeper. There are certain stitching methods work slightly better with Pattern Keeper, but so far, I think I'm doing quite well with Saga. And so here I am, and I started from the center, from the top there, and slowly working downwards. So I kind of given myself permission to kind of just travel wherever I want to and find interesting items and design to stitch. So it's kind of my plan for this piece. And let me just turn on the markup here so you know exactly where I am and what I'm stitching. So currently I'm around this beautiful arch just above the window there toward the back. And there's a lot going on here. I think more you kind of tune into a certain area, you realize there's so much action going on here. So this is where I am today. I think I might start to travel downwards a little bit, and there are still sort of items I like to go back and visit, but I like to change it up a little bit. So so I don't get bored. Not that I'm going to get bored with this piece, but I think it's a lot healthier for me to kind of move around from time to time. So this is where I am, and let's have a little look at the numbers as well. So currently 1.47. Not too bad, not too bad. I know some of you, quite a lot of you, are far ahead of me, but I'm happy. This is where I am, and the colors involved for the max color piece is 239. So quite typical for a max color piece. So right in front of you, I am going to start this sprint here, and it's a counter. Basically, it's going to capture all the stitches I'm about to be making today. So regulars know by now the number is going to be important because we're playing Guess My Stitches at the end of every stream. Okay, so every day we have a winner, and also today is a Sunday as well, and I'd love to know who is going to win today. No one knows. Maybe just me. I win every night. So here we go. So hello everyone. So good to see you, and yesterday I started a new piece. It's a little bit of a surprise for everyone and for myself as well. Maybe up until 2 days ago, I had no idea. I was starting a new piece, and it was very spontaneous, and I happened to have the fabric, so I just did it. But today we're back here with Traveling Library, and I hope you have brought a project of your choice and come here and hang out with Yogi. So hello, and everyone, let's have a look at who I've got here with me today in the chat. So we have Rajal. Hello, good morning, and happy Sunday everyone, happy stitching indeed. And also we have Anna as well reporting to the chat, and we always highlight the top 3. So Anna says happy stitching this evening. Hello, and Miriam as well saying hello, well done, right here on time for the class. And we also have Maria, Tempest, and who else have we got? Chelsea is here as well. Hello, and Chloe as well. Chloe C. And Grace Houston says hello Yogi, good afternoon everyone. Everybody's coming from different time zone, and over here we're about 8 p.m. in London. And Henny S as well, good to see you. And Susan Barnes as well says hi all, and Leslie McLean as well. Hello, and Lona, well done, you made it. and oh, hello, we've got a new friend. Is Atriel? Atriel says hello from Spain. Welcome to join us, and thank you for saying hello. And Susan is over here in the UK saying hello to everybody. Good to see you, and Brittany as well. Hello. Michelle Fuller says hello everyone, happy Sunday, and Colette is joining us as well, and Suzanne as well. Hello, good to see you. And Serena is over here. I think Serena is in Belgium, isn't it? Belgium. And Callan, hello. And Clara is here with us as well. And Barbara MV is also joining us from Ohio. And Love Drunk, hello, good to see you. And Jackie's back here with us. And who else have we got? Rachel is also here. And Six doing a yogi move right here. Thank you. And yes, Six has clearly warmed up properly. That's a beautiful yogi move. And Rachel as well. Rachel Morton. And Lorraine Nicholson as well. Welcome. And let me know what you're working on today with me on this beautiful Sunday. I'm really looking forward to working on this piece. It's been, I don't think I touched it since the last session, so I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. And hang on a second, let me just switch my microphone over. I just need to remove a layer. Okay, I'm fully closed, don't worry. I'm just a little bit warm, so I'm taking the outer layer of my clothing, so I'm feeling a little bit cooler. Yes, the heating is blasting. I mean it's supposed to be, it's got sensor, so the temperature is supposed to be stable. But from time to time, it kind of just, gets a little bit warm. So most of the time in the house, indoor, I'm wearing short sleeve. There you go. And so, just zoom in a little bit. So last session, I don't know whether you remember, I was working on this beautiful orange flower here. It's really pretty. The color is just so vibrant, and a little bit of the bumblebee as well. So the session before the last one, I found my bumblebee here and worked on it, and it's pretty much there, other than some loose stitches I need to fill in. It's quite confetti around the bumblebee, so I'm kind of going back and visit it from time to time so I don't get overwhelmed. And this orange flower, there are a couple of stitches left. Other than that, it's pretty much there. I'm really happy with the progress. But today, just for changing of flavor a little bit, I think my plan is to move down a little bit. And there are some sort of quite strong colors down there. So I think there's no air stitching. There's no risk of air stitching today, which is quite nice. So let me just flip my my chart here so I can have a look and choose the color I am going to start this piece with. So I like to choose a strong color, but whichever color I choose has to connect to existing stitches. So I do not just, suddenly move away for one block and start stitching. It has to have some sort of continuation from where I am. So I think a great candidate would be this color here. Let me pick this one over here. Very nice. And I'm going to flip my chart back. So it kind of is quite strong burgundy there. I know I've got one thread here. Let me come back here onto my work view. There's one strand. I'm not parking. I think I for some reason I just ended here. Ended it here last session, and without cutting off the thread. So I'm going to leave it there and maybe go back and pick it up later on. So let's have a look. Let me scroll up a little bit. Oh, Callan says, oh my God, I somehow got 733 stitches yesterday. Callan sounds surprised, but that's a pretty high number though. Was it just during the stream, or were you stitching for a little bit before? It would be quite remarkable if you got that number of stitches, during the stream. I vaguely remember how many I stitched yesterday, but yesterday wasn't bad at all for me. So, but it's nowhere near 733. Right, so the first number, first color of my choice is 815. 815. Here we go. I've got this on my needle board, so it's super quick. And I brought out this sewing machine needle minder. I hadn't used it for ages, so it's going to be guarding my needles today. Here we go. So I am going to start from here, I think. That looks like a good spot. Let me make sure that I'm on the correct spot. Here we go. Yes, and I have to say I really enjoy the new start. I hadn't really had time to go back and stitch a little bit more, but I think I am going to put a little bit more time on that piece as well, along with this one. So I really want to move things forward a little bit more because they're so pretty. Here we go. And I have to remember, kind of remind myself that I'm doing cross country with this one, and slightly longer distance as well, because yesterday I was stitching, I'm kind of just edging away from the completed area. So the rules are very, very different with that project versus this one. So I kind of have to remind myself what I'm doing here. And it's really good fun stitching a completely different way from day to day. And everything's fresh and fun as well. Trying to remove this bit of fabric. And Cassie Strickland, are you new to us? Hello. Says hello from Western North Carolina. Welcome. Let me see if I can find your comment here. Yes, say hello to Cassie. Thank you for saying hello. Belinda is also here as well. Hello. And Suzanne says, Yogi, take a guess what I'm working on. How about everyone? The chat. Do you want to guess what Suzanne is working on? Yes, I think I can guess, Suzanne. Are you working on traveling library by any chance? Oh no. No. I take it back. You're working on your sour piece, right? I forgot. You're doing your homework. Yes, Suzanne is, it's final sprint to finish her 2005 Heaven and Earth sour piece. Am I correct? Yes. Wow. Let's have a look. And Susan Barnes says, working on traveling library, 18 count, 2/1. Amazing. Still loving this pattern. 4.1%. That is so way ahead of me. I can't believe 2 months later, I'm slightly over 1%. But I feel that, I've done quite a lot actually. So it probably just shows how substantial, this piece is. So let's have a look. Let me mark as I go so I know where I am. And by the way, this is 28 count. 28 count I'm working on. 1/1 stitching with DMC. It's so weird because yesterday I was doing, trying to work out practice, basically, color flow. And today my mind is telling me not to flow stitches away from where I am, even though I'm kind of doing, slightly longer distance cross country here. Chloe says, I'm working on Christmas house too, but I might switch to traveling library in a bit. Yes, why not? So we can stitch together on the same piece. That one. It's so pretty, isn't it? And I love the fact that everybody is starting from a different area of the piece here. And so everybody's web looks very different. Michelle says, is flashing the no calamari emoji. Who is breaking the rule? Anybody's breaking the rules here? No calamari rules here. Wow, we're flashing the emoji. And let's have a look. Oh, Suzanne says I got it. Yes. So it's a saw piece you're working on. But 200 stitches, and I'm going to work on traveling library. Yes, you have to work a little bit before you can, you know, and go out and play. So if you've done your homework, and then, you know, you can play a little bit with traveling library. Hang on. This doesn't look right. The position isn't correct. What am I doing? Oh, hang on. Are we doing, oh no. Oh no. We're fine. No, I was looking at a totally different area here. See, I'm warming up. I've just settled down and start stitching. So, you know, hang on. I don't think that's correct. So I started here, and I think I looked at the chat, and then I looked down and just started to stitch in a totally wrong area. Let me have a look. Where am I here? So that's that. Oh no, I'm not even on the correct block. Where am I? How did I get here? These stitches are not supposed to be here. Let me see if I can do a bit of reverse stitching. Why is it like this here? Okay, here, I know what's happening. Totally disorientated. So, here we go. That's fine. I just started stitching in a totally different, incorrect area. So I was here, and I looked up, and when I looked down, I started stitching from the block to the block on the right there. It's all right. Everything's under control-ish. So we've got these two here. Okay, final stitch. I'm warming up, guys. I'm warming up. Jackie says I'm about to hit 4% for traveling library, but I have to. Well, I have been working on it non-stop. All my other pieces are getting dusty, but it's lovely to have a project that you really passionate about. Just making sure, you know, you want to make sure that you won't get kind of fatigued by looking at it. I try to switch around and keep everything fresh, but Jackie, are you not working on 6 portals as well? What's happening? What's happening to that piece? Maybe I shouldn't ask. Just in case, you know, it's somewhere. in the fireplace. Barbara says, I worked on my mini traveling library yesterday. Now 2%. Mini traveling library. Oh, right. Yes, of course. And Barbara says, I hope it doesn't look awful considering it's a mini. I don't know. It depends on what a mock-up looks like. It gives you probably give you some indication. It's not exactly the same, but it should give you some idea on the, clarity of the pictures. I haven't seen the mock-up of the mini. Wendy has joined us as well. Says, good morning all. No power tools already. No power tools. No power tools. I don't think I actually stitched anywhere. Well, I think what happened was I kind of looked up at the chat, and when I looked down to stitch, I just started in the wrong spot. But I don't think I made any stitches here. So it's okay. It's okay. Everything's under control for now. I don't know about later. Who knows? So no power tools just yet, okay? Relax. Suzanne, put the pink emoji. Put fudgy away. I think everything is okay so far. Fingers crossed. I'm warming up as well, so I have excuses. I've been rushing around today and just sat down, so I'm totally disorientated right now. It's a miracle I'm able to stitch at all. Right, I might take it upwards a little bit, just travel a little bit. It's so weird stitching the way I did yesterday, and now I'm free to travel wherever I want. One. Let me have a look. Where am I? I need to find my spot. It's so easy to kind of lose your location because there's so much going on. So this is a challenge when you're stitching this way, kind of slightly longer distance cross country, because wherever you look, they're starting to look very similar. Hello, Ligda. Welcome. And Rachel is here as well. Hello. So we have multiple Rachels. I need to find a way to separate them, to distinguish who is who, which Jackie and which Rachel and which Sarah. And names are always tricky for me, and particularly for the Sunday morning classes I'm teaching. There's a new student who has just kind of joined a few weeks ago. I only noticed because they, week by week, there'll be different people coming to the class, but okay, quite a lot of regulars as well. A little bit like this chat. So obviously the different people come and join the class, but they're people that you kind of know for a little while, and there's a new person who has become the new regular, so to speak. It's a gentleman, and I'm guessing he's probably from Scandinavian country somewhere, because the name, I've been trying to pronounce his name, and not very successfully. It's spelled in a way that my brain just cannot comprehend. And also the pronunciation, he's been trying to pronounce it, to tell, basically show me how to pronounce his name for about 3-4 weeks now. And I still have trouble doing that. I feel so bad. So, before the class, I normally take register, and so I get to know everybody's name and everything. And every time it came to his name, and I just struggle. But he's been very patient. He would just pronounce it for me, but my brain somehow just does not understand what's going on with that name. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Where am I here? 2. Jackie says, I love 6 portals, but I find it hard to work on non-stop. After a few hundred stitches, I'm done. I think it's because it's too much confetti. Right, so it's got more confetti than Traveling Library. That's interesting. I think when it comes to confetti, maybe the best strategy is to change the stitching method, and maybe keep changing as well, so you don't get overwhelmed. Karen Sutherland, good morning. Barbara says, I don't think the mock-up looked too bad, referring to the mini Traveling Library. And she says there was some other Aimee Stewart minis. They were too blurry looking. Yeah, it really depends. I don't think minis necessarily a problem for all patterns. It's more of it depends on what design it is. It varies quite a lot, because some patterns, they work fine for mini and some don't. So it's kind of pattern by pattern decision you have to make. It is I'm trying to figure out where I am. Every time I look up, I just lose my spot. And I think some pieces, some artwork actually benefited by being slightly less less precise, if you like. There's a certain style actually benefited by having keeping everything quite loose, so to speak. So it depends. Right, I think we're good here. I can keep going upwards. Lynn Burgess is also here as well. Says, hello everyone. I thought for a moment I was on the wrong day. Exactly, that's what I said in the beginning. Yes, and she says, as usual, I'm working on the Traveling Library, nibbling on cheese and biscuit with a cup up. Yes, I know, exactly. I was warning everyone, do not get confused. Today's not Saturday, just in case. You're relying on, Yogi Stream to inform you which day it is, because we used to have a lot more sol days. So the stitches actually, basically to look at today is Chiramaketi, it must be Monday. If it's Kim Jacobs, it's got to be Wednesday, and Aimee Stewart, it's got to be Saturday. But since I removed two of the sol days, some stitches got very confused. So yes, I know today is actually Sunday. Okay. So in case you don't know, yesterday I started a new piece. It's Aimee Stewart as well. So, and if you want to know which one that is, well, you have to watch the replay. Dun dun dun. No spoiler. No spoiler for those who weren't here yesterday. Betty Lou Taylor, hello. Welcome. And Alison Rennie says, evening everyone, working on Moonlit Majestic. Drove 3.5 hours home from Glasgow this afternoon. No stitch weekend. I missed it. And all of you. 3.5 hours? Wow. And it's raining as well, I bet. Yes, well done. Now you can relax and do a little bit of, stitching with us, with Yogi. Here we go. So the first color done. Okay, I just kind of just follow the stitches. It's quite fun actually. I do have to remind myself I'm not doing the Gemma's color flow today. It starts to get very confusing. Right. So today's plan, in case you weren't here in the beginning, my plan is to travel down a little bit, and there's some very strong colors down here, so I'm quite looking forward to it. Quite a bit of 310, I suspect, quite a lot of 310, but it's going to provide a lot of definition for that beautiful arch that's happening just above the bed there. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's have a look. Why don't I pick this one, this beautiful red here? So the next color is going to be A17, and quite a lot of you are stitching this piece with me, so who knows, we might have a few spooky bingos today. So today is kind of a extension of Aimee Stewart Day. Quite a lot of you are working on traveling library as well. So I try to be mindful with the location and try not to lose my spot. It's not easy. Suzanne says, there are a lot of sounds in Swedish, for example, that aren't used in English. Exactly. It's almost like I'm looking at the spelling. The spelling doesn't make any sense. It's something to do, something looks like RU, it's kind of Ridian, but it's not Ridian. It's pronounced differently as well. And the poor guy, he was being very patient. Every single week, he would try to pronounce it for me and to show me how it's pronounced. But every time, as soon as he's done it, I just forget what it's supposed to sound like. So I think that this process is going to continue. So today I had to crack a joke. I had to say, well, I'll keep practicing your name and you keep practicing yoga. And he laughed, thank God. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you. I'm always happy to see Nikki. I don't know why, And Kels Craft 17. Hello, hello. If you're new to us, welcome. And say hello to Kels Craft. definitely a craft lover there with our handle. Welcome. Nikki says, how did that happen? How did what happen? Did I miss something? Oh, Nikki is talking about my new start yesterday. Nikki says, I need to still watch your replay from yesterday. Yeah, you need to catch up. You need to catch up, Nikki. Lona says, I can guess your new start. Lona was here yesterday. It's still sitting in my cart, waiting on Hate to put it on sale. Yes, I wonder when it's going to happen. It's about time, right? So today is 7th of December. We can take a guess. I don't know, maybe next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. What do you think? Discount day from sale. From not from sorry, the Heaven and Earth from Hade. This red is so pretty. Suzanne says, I can't even pronounce my last name properly. That's hilarious. Here we go. That one looks a little bit strange. It's so pretty though. It's just the little details, even just adding these few stitches. It's just so much definition. I really, really love it. So Nikki, for the new year, are you going to do which one of the companion piece you're going to be doing on New Year's, the first day of the year? Is it going to be the landscape one, or are you going to do the desk? So we're talking about the companion pieces of this piece, the two others. Both pieces are, Nikki, are you going to be stitching both of them simultaneously at the same time? So one stitching with the left hand and the other one with the right hand. Is that a new technique that you have developed? So if you don't know, Nikki has been come up with a new way of stitching. Basically doing one leg at a time, extreme cross country, doing 10 stitches one way, and then coming back with the other leg. And I think Joyce is calling it double dip. You dip once and then you dip again. But the thing is though, Nikki, when you come back for the second leg, if you only have a single color, currently you've got 310, that's probably okay. because my worry of that way of stitching as a mere mortal, okay, is that you're going to miss stitches because you're kind of tracing back all the stitches that are already there. But I think it's quite easy to miss stitches. So, you know, it's possible you're going to end up with stitches with only 10 stitches. And also, I don't know, once you start to switch color to the second color and more colors, if you stitch this way, it's going to be even harder to kind of spot any stitches that you missed. I think. I don't know. But Nikki's not normal, you know, stitcher. She's an alien, so I don't know. Maybe it's gonna work for her. But for me, in my mind, because even when I occasionally, whenever possible, I'll do Danish method. Danish method is basically go one leg to one direction and then come back and stitch the other leg. And even with, you know, just few stitches, occasionally I miss the second leg for some stitches. So I'm slightly worried. If I was to do what Nikki's doing, oh dear, I think it's going to be a big mess, big mess. Jackie says, I keep wondering if Hate would do their sale after the deadline for the sale is up on December 14. Interesting. So the deadline is 14th, is it? So I don't know which day that is. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know why they will have to wait, but oh no, it's not that one. Hang on. These two? When Nikki says, I will be starting those two, and my haze sour as well. So 3 projects at the same time. But on the day, the first day of January, which one are you going to be stitching? All 3 of them? Oh dear. It's going to be a very busy day for Nikki. And also, for the New Year's start, we're going to have a marathon, okay? In case you don't know already, it's going to be I think it's going to be 10-hour marathon. And we're going to do countdown for the UK, first of all. And hopefully, we get to do another countdown 5 hours later. I think that's the first time zone in America that gets to midnight. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. So we'll probably start from probably around 9 o'clock over here in the UK. And then we'll just keep stitching for 10 hours. Here we go. Right. Oh, I've got my peppermint tea here waiting for me. Let me take a little sip. Still quite hot. And what power drink are you drinking today? Today I'm choosing the caffeine-free option. Okay, that one is done. And I'm going to keep moving downwards. I'm just trying to make connections because with any new color I pick, it has to be, you know, quite next to a stitch that's already there. So here we go. Let's have a look. I think I'm qualified to do a bit of 310 because there's one stitch here that's making connection with the 310. So that's what I'm going to do. 310 coming up. 310. Let's have a look. So there's quite a lot of 310 in this area. Well, there's quite a lot of 310 in this piece anyway. So everywhere. Nikki says I won't switch colors until I finish 310 both ways. And she says I might miss some ninja stitches, but I will probably do the 4 stitch for those, and I do for starting. So your plan is, so currently you're doing 310, right? And are you gonna keep doing one leg at a time for the remaining colors? And eventually, yes, I think any kind of cross country, eventually you're probably gonna end up with some ninja stitches. So it's going to be a little bit tricky though, because you're doing such a vast area at one time. Because you're alien, okay? Oops. Here we go. So I need to be quite mindful about these stitches because they're everywhere. The 310. Richard Morton says the SAR doesn't qualify for the cell. Oh, that he does. Oh, right. So what, who was that who said it? Jackie says maybe they're holding the December sale until SAR deadline. On the 19th. It's the 14th. Yes, I don't know why, what their plans are. I mean, these two things, they shouldn't be clashing with each other, just like Rachel said. And Nikki says, yes, I will start all 3 on New Year's. You mean not on New Year's Day, 1st of January? All 3 together. Oh dear. It's going to be quite a sight. So I should be traveling up. And that's a bit better. And Jackie, if you're going to going over to Nikki's channel, for instance, look up for the one that's got Calamari Lady, okay? I don't know whether you've watched that one. So that's the one to watch, for sure. I don't know what happened to the Calamari Lady. I think she's been abandoned by Nikki. And she's left with no hair in December. Really cold. Ooh, this one's tricky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There were quite a lot of 310 stitches yesterday as well. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Alandria says 310 spooky bingo. Yay! So the first spooky bingo goes to Alandria. Well done. Flash your spooky card. Spooky bingo card. Lona says pumpkin spice coffee with Italian sweet cream crema. Wow. That sounds very festive. Karen says no stitching for me today. I have to have my eyes checked due to intermittent blurry vision. Is it because too much stitching? So the vision is going blur. Oh dear, Karen. I hope it's going to go well. Maybe the eyes just need to rest a little bit. One, two. Lona, I think, being an alien is not a choice. So Nikki has no choice, okay? If you're alien, you just are. There's nothing you can do. Nikki says, what are you starting for the New Year's? Are you asking me, Nikki? I'm starting the sleep time. Sleep time. Why don't I show the markups on this one on the screen so you know? So, guys, so for the New Year, okay. This is the piece I'm starting. So originally I was thinking about starting one of the companion pieces of this one. There are 2 other pieces, but I decided because this sleep time is literally calling me to start, and I'm following the voice, following the voice. So here we go. Let me show you. Are you ready? So this is my new year, new start, okay? First project, first start of the year. This is it. So this is Sleep Time by Chiro Marchetti. And the version I've got, this one, is supersize and max colors. So this is not illustration. It looks so high def, but this is actually generated by Saga with the actual marker. It's just gorgeous. It's really, really gorgeous. And I can't wait. I know I've just started a new piece yesterday, but I'm just so happy that I've got so many beautiful pieces. I'm excited to stitch, It's lovely. So this is going to be my New Year piece. I'm going to start it on our New Year marathon. So if you'd like to join me, there are a couple of others we're going to start together. And if you'd like to join me, you can find the pattern on Heaven and Earth, and the name of the pattern is called Sleep Time or Sleepy Time. No, Sleep Time, Sleep Time. And you can do any version you like. I'm doing supersize, Heaven, max color, because that's just the way I want to do it. This is going to be my first supersize project. So there you go. That's my New Year piece. Hello, Kelly. Nikki says, me and a Contessa. Oh, the squid lady. And the squid has been keeping me company on some nights. Oh dear. She told me she loves her hair. She has no hair, okay, Nikki? Do not make things up. She has no hair. I've seen it. And also, I mean, squid is not really comforting, is it? You know, late at night in bed, you want to hug a kitten or something, a kitty or a doggy. You don't want to hug a octopus or a squid. It doesn't sound very comforting. And she needs a little bit more hair, okay, please. Just give her some 310. You've got multiple, you've got a lot of combs. Hi, Natty. Welcome. I hope you're better today. Suzanne has done 1,010 stitches. 83.84%. This is the sow piece, right? Oh, very close, very close. Lona says, Yogi, being an alien is not a bad thing. Well, I suppose it's not even a choice, so, you know, you just have to live with it. I know, I think the challenge for aliens would be learning to stitch a little bit slower. I don't know if it's possible, but, you know. Claudia, welcome. And Claudia says, we just got back from taking the kitten on his usual Sunday drive. Kitten going on Sunday drive, really? Working on Bring Joy by it's a piece from Haight and drinking Diet Coke. Very nice. I've never taken my cat for a drive. The only drives we have is, you know, when we have to go to the vet. It's not for entertainment. They would not like it. Nikki says, Yogi is the queen of alien mother. Wow, alien mother? Are you suggesting that I give birth to aliens? That's quite a responsibility. And the question would be, do you think aliens, they were sort of, are they coming from an egg or something else, or coming from Mother Alien's tummy? I wonder. I don't know. Do they come out? Do they hatch like a chicken? Oh, now Suzanne can play. Suzanne is switching to traveling library. Lona says yogi is very difficult to stitching slower. I usually switch to full cross for that, just to slow down, Lona. Oh dear. And that's why it's a challenge, and that's what I'm here for, showing all aliens how to stitch slower. It's possible. You can do it. Do not give up. Okay. So I'm just taking my stitches to whatever direction that makes sense, because they're literally a whole bunch of oh, I forgot to bring on the work mode. So they're just 310 everywhere. So I'm kind of just going toward the direction that kind of makes sense. Suzanne is having a slice. Power snack of sliced ham with mustard. Is that a snack, Suzanne? I think whenever sort of mustard is involved, it's not very snacky. And I don't know, ham is in the snacky category. I'm not quite sure. Oh, we have another Claudia. Claudia Rotten. Hello. Good morning from Australia. Coffee and stitching before I get ready for work. Amazing. Yes, Australia is morning. Monday morning already. It's a work day on Monday morning. So we'll keep you company until you're heading for work. Claudia Catroche says, we train them, as in cats, we train them on finding the car enjoyable. For when we drive to Colorado to visit parents, 13-hour drive, I don't want to have to listen to him screaming all the way there. Yes, cats are not great for, traveling in cars. They don't like it. And I think they generally don't like it if they have to stay in the basket anyway. So, yes. But you can always leave them at home. If you're not away for too long, they're probably okay for a day, for overnight. And in London, we now have a lot of sort of companies. They offer cat sitting, We kind of have sort of local cat sitters. that you can book them for. I have tried 1 or 2 before, but not for a very long period. So it's not ideal, but it's probably a little bit better than taking the cat traveling. I think Dolly will probably disown me. You know, she's probably going to you know, just go to the neighbor's house and become their cats. And she would just go, nah, time to move on. Nikki's asking, why are all aliens on your streams? I don't know. We seem to have a lot of them. You know, maybe aliens attract aliens. So we have Nikki here. So her alien energy is kind of attracting all the other aliens. That's the only explanation I have. Lona says, Yogi, the challenge is stitching faster for me anyway. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to stitch faster though. There's no requirement for that. Lini Stitches says, good morning from Australia. I'm working on breakfast in bed by Aimee Stewart, drinking coffee. Oh, that title kind of rings a bell. I think, was it Natty last time? And the title was blocked, filtered out of the chat. Interesting. Two over here. Where am I? Need to find out where I'm going with these stitches. Nikki says, you attract them, Yogi. Queen alien, but there's nothing alien about me. If stitching slow is being an alien, then maybe I am. But I'm totally normal, Nikki. It's you that we have issues with, you know? Like stitching calamari and also stitching, you know, 1 leg at a time. How about 2 legs together? I don't know. That's how normal people walk. But not for Nikki. Nikki's doing 1 leg at a time. I don't know. Next thing, Nikki is going to extreme cross country with no gridding. How's that? All right, I'm going to end this thread here. I'll probably keep going with 310 for a little bit because the 310 stitches are kind of defining that arch here. I'll see how it goes. I don't mind doing 310 for a little bit. It's quite relaxing. And is it Joso? Just a ransom. Hello. Says, hi, Yogi. Beautiful piece. Love the bright colors. Yes, this piece is by Aimee Stewart and it's called Traveling Library. It's absolutely beautiful. So welcome. And are you stitching? If you are, let me know what you're stitching with me. Yeah, let's have a look. And have a look at this. All the sweet hand stitches here defining that beautiful shape here. So I might keep it going for a little bit. It looks so beautiful. Let me have a look and check what this color is. That's quite dark as well. 939. So a lot of 310 and 939 stitches. Interesting. All right then, I'm going to keep going for a little bit more 310 here. Leslie says, I don't think aliens are born. I think they're just charted. They're charted. I don't know. I remember watching Alien, the movie. I think they're coming out of some sort of, egg-like thingy. They're hatched. Let me move over here. Kelly says, the video is choppy for me. If that's the case, then just refresh the stream. Sometimes it helps. It looks fine from my end. So sometimes if the connection is not very stable, it might get a little bit choppy, but hopefully it looks fine currently with my connection. So maybe refresh the stream and see if that helps. Nikki, I think the next, project, because it sounds like Nikki is trying to push the boundary with each project, right? She likes a little bit of a challenge. So I think the next challenge should be, because now we know Nikki can extreme cross country. She's done that, quite a few times now. And so now it's about time to kind of push it a little bit further by doing it without gridding. How's that? Extreme cross country for the entire piece, but no gridding. I think it's about time, Nikki. Mandy's here. Hello. So Suzanne says it was choppy for me too, but seems better. Yeah, sometimes it could be various things. It could be internet from my end. That's possible too. Or maybe sometimes YouTube. Or maybe it's where you are as well. So it really depends. And Joss says, Stitching Mini, Tree of Life, Hate by Jen. Delis. I'm terrible with names. Sincere apologies. I just make it up as I go along. It took me ages just to figure out how to pronounce Chiramaketi. Weeks. So Alandria says it's choppy for me too. It's been all evening. I'm listening more than watching though, because I'm stitching. Yes, I'll see if I can tweak my setting, because what happened today, Nikki, I don't know whether you have updated your OBS. I got a update maybe yesterday, and the new version literally wiped out my entire setting, my stream setting. So I had to set it up again, and I'll check if there's any setting that is maybe creating problems. So, but I can't check it now because I'll have to stop the stream in order to do that. But I'll definitely check afterwards. Hopefully it's okay, that you can see the pictures, you can hear me, but I'll definitely check afterwards. Hello, Bess. Bess says, hello, Yogi Squad. Sorry, I'm late for the class. I know, Bess. Seriously, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. As long as you're here, it's better late than never. So it's okay for Nikki. The audio is fine. So maybe regional, maybe some area, depends on your internet connection as well. Hello, Travis. Travis says, good evening, everyone. And Busy Mom has joined us as well. Says, hello, everyone. Just got grocery shopping done. Going to stitch now for the rest of the evening. How nice. It's always nice when everything's done. You know, you've done your bit. And now it's time to relax and stitch. So Henny says the audio is fine. How about the video? Is the video really bad? Travis says, I grabbed our Christmas tree bin from the top of my chinchilla cage. Yes, Travis got a chinchilla. And the bin started to fall, so I tried to catch it and jar my back. I have non-stop muscle spasms. Oh dear, Travis. You need to look after yourself. You've got 2 boys to look after, and Tia as well. Oh, Karen says, I have been listening more than watching, so not notice the image. However, you're stitching on extreme slow mode. I'm slow anyway, Karen. Maybe that's why. Let me see if I can tweak something. I'm gonna just have a look at the setting that I don't have to restart to do and see if it helps. Yes, it was quite shocking, literally, when as I upgraded the software. You know, upgrade is supposed to improve the software, not making it worse. So let me just tweak my setting here. See if it helps. I kind of just reduce the bit rate a little bit. And let me know if it makes any difference. All right, so I changed the setting a little bit, and guys, you let me know if the picture is better. because I didn't have a record of the last set of my settings. It's really annoying. They literally just wiped out my original setting, which took a while to tweak. Let me know if it's a little bit better. Nikki says, I just updated OBS now, and it did wipe out some of my pictures and files. Yes, some bits was okay, but now they literally just wipe out my streaming setting. So I had to reset everything again, and I probably have set something that's different from the previous setting. It's quite shocking, isn't it? I know it's a free software, but Landria says, I think that's worse. Stop motion like wireless and comment. Oh dear. What is going on? Claudia has spotted, has figured out my cunning plan. Claudia says, Yogi, you change your setting to try and throw us off. Well, guess your stitches. Exactly. The audio is great, but the video is rubbish. Because literally, this is the only thing I can tweak without stopping the stream. So let's see how it goes. Because from my end, now it says the connection is excellent. So see, maybe refresh your stream one more time for me and see if it makes any difference. Otherwise, I'll definitely review the settings afterwards and test the speed. Because my speed is really fast. It's just... yes, I wish I had taken down the actual settings for the previous settings. I just didn't know, you know, a nice software upgrade was going to wipe out everything. So maybe refresh your stream here, because from my end, it says the connection is excellent. So unless it's lying to me. Busy Mom says my picture is still choppy. So try to refresh it and see if it helps. So at least you can hear me properly. And let me do a preview of my own stream here to see what's going on here. It's buffering a little bit, isn't it? Why is it doing that, I wonder? Because we didn't have this problem before. So I'll definitely look into the setting. Look into the settings after today. So Rachel says the video still lags, but the audio is great. So it must be something to do with my bitrate settings. Interesting. All right, I'll definitely look into it. So one more thing, let me tweak this. Let me try this. All right, see if it makes any difference. So I'm tweaking the settings that I can do right now, because otherwise we're gonna get kicked out. Nikki says, I have refreshed a couple of times while I'm just listening as I stitch. Yes. So it may be something that I have to tweak afterwards. So apologies, guys. But you can hear me, so that's nice. Because quite a lot of you probably don't even, watch the screen most of the time, because sometimes I make mistakes. No one is even noticing. I have to confess myself. Busy Mom says, no, not any better. I wonder if his YouTube is having issues. I did a video this morning and it's still trying to download for viewing and never takes that long. Oh, yes, I think YouTube does that sometimes for unknown reasons. It takes a long time to do something, whereas sometimes really fast. Whereas this one, it could be various reasons, because just so happened the OBS, the software I use for streaming, came up with an upgrade which wiped out all my settings. So I had to set it up from scratch, and maybe I set it differently. So I need to look into that. Utterly shocking. Nikki says, do you keep it as 60? No, 30. 60 would take up a lot more power. I'm pretty sure it's, let me double check. It's definitely, let me have a look. Yeah, it's 30. It's got to be 30. So the audio is okay. It's just the picture. I wonder which bit is different. I cannot spot any difference here. Let me have a look. Video. Yeah, it's 30 frame. But just listen to Yogi. How's that? At least the audio is good. Jackie says audio is clear for me. Yogi's hands have gone into freeze frame mode. So that's great, because I can make all the mistakes I want. No one's gonna go, hey Yogi, and try to flash the frog emoji. Oh, that's great. I can just go rogue and start start freestyle stitching. Yes, I can preview from here as well. It does look choppy. Oh, That's like those you know, really badly made animation. That's strange. So it's definitely not my internet connection, I don't think. My upload speed is quite fast. Let me try this then. Because currently I'm doing 4K. Let me see if I could maybe downgrade it to high def. See if that works. If I'm not sure it will allow me to do that, but let me see if I could try that. So at least you can actually see what's going on here. Let me have a look. It's dynamic, the situation. It's live stream. Oh, did I stitch anywhere? That's incorrect. Why am I looking at? Why do I see that strange? Oh, the audio is going in and out. Can you guys still hear me? This is a new adventure here. So stream setting. Let me see if okay, so I can't change it at this point. Because another option is I can restart a new stream. What do you think? Should I restart a new one? And maybe if I stream HD rather than 4K, it might fix the problem. I'm not too sure. Let me have a look. So if you would like me to restart a new stream, thumbs up for me. Because I'm looking at the time, it's still quite early. It's only 9:40. So if I tweak the setting a little bit and start a new stream, hopefully. So some having issues with the audio, but some are reporting no audio. The audio is great. So it kind of varies. So audio is good now. The only way we can probably make it better is if I restart a new stream. So we can try that. So let me have a look here. Nikki says, let's see your hands first. Yes, my hands are here. This is not AI. This is not Trevor, you know. This is not robots. This is actually my hands moving, okay? How's that? Lona says she's really trying to mess up, I guess, my stitches. Exactly. If you can't see the stitches, you have no idea, do you? Yes. So here's my hands, the piano hands. Try stitching. Okay. Here we go. Slow stitching coming. How's that? Let me zoom in a little bit. Hands choppy. So shall I start a new stream then? Because I have no other solution. All right then. In that case, guys, I'm going to start a new stream, okay? So I'm going to end this one and tweak a couple of things and maybe stream high def instead of 4K. We can see if that fixes the problem. Yes, Mandy says it's probably better to restart. Okay then. In that case, I will end this one. Okay, guys, and just refresh the channel page in a minute or two, and you should see a new stream being posted. Okay, so I'm gonna end this one. Okay, you probably can't see my hand because it's so glitchy, but I am going to stop this one and start a new one. All right.